Today I'm using this Dawat Super Basmati variety, but you can use the biryani variety also to get the extra long grains and fluffy grains.
Uh, you can use the traditional old rice also, the original rice that was there, but mostly you will find the genetically modified rice these days that are hybrid varieties. They are crossbred to make sure the grains are long and fluffy. The good part of all the grains are taken care of, so you can use these kind of rice. If you take 2 by 3rd rices, those are available in the market like the uh, mm, Dubar and the Tibar varieties, so they won't come up that long. So make sure you're choosing the right kind of rice to get the right results.
This is the grain how it looks. This is the uh, long grain basmati rice, and what I have done is I have uh, washed it with a lot of extra water. So for 1 cup of rice, you have to wash it with at least 5 to 6 cup of water to remove all the starches, and you have to repeat it for 2 to 3 times, and then you have to keep it submerged in water for half an hour, and you will get this kind of results. You have to, after submerging it, you have to handle it with care. No force needs to be applied, else the grain will break here. This is very important. All these instructions vary according to the rice that you have, but I'm telling you most of the general rules that needs to be followed here. And now I'll try to cook it, and then once that product is cooked, I'll tell you how to compare the size and tell you how it grows up. You can see here the water has come to a boil here now. Uh, I've used almost 7 cups of water because I'll be draining it. So it's good to remove the starch. Now I have put half a spoon of salt, that is optional, but that will again help you to keep it fluffy. And I have used some half spoon of lemon juice to keep it white. That's an acid, and that will bleach the product if there, in case there is some uh, dirt. Now, once the water is in the boil, I will add the rice here. Now, here are the rice particles. Now, once it keeps on cooking, I will monitor the progress and let you know. Now, you can see here after 5 minutes of putting the rice in the boiling water, it has already started to grow in its size, and all the grains are still separate. You can see it here, and it looks very tempting and fluffy though. So you have to cook it for next 5 more minutes and then shut off the gas. Now it's already cooked and the water is still thin. We have to turn off the heat and remove the water as soon as possible so that less starch builds up. It is very important to drain the rice very soon and take it out of the flame at the right time. If you go out of the kitchen and do some other work, you have to keep an eye on it, else if you forget it, it will become flush, a bit mushy, and won't be that fluffy that you need it. So here I have taken out the rice, and you can see here the grains are very separate, and you have to keep it resting for around 10 minutes to a bit of cool it down. Steaming hot, if you fiddle with this rice too much, it will break into 2 or 3 parts. It will become very kind of mushy type of khichdi, halwa kind of thing, so you have to make sure you handle it very carefully. And if you want, you can wash it with a bout of cold water to remove the extra starch, and then put a splash of a bit of half spoon water, and then microwave it for 30 seconds when you want to serve it, so it would still remain hot. That's not a problem here. And just to show you the size test here, I've put the original grain here, and I have used a scale to show you. So the original grain is around 7 mm, and this the new grain after cooking up, you can see it's around 21 mm, so 3 times it grows up, and it's a very separate grain. Very the boundaries are well maintained here and not too grainy out here, so very good for basmati or for regular variety. So if you cook it this way, that should be great. And if you want to cook it in the microwave oven, make sure you have the quantities right. This you will get with your experience. First try with 1 cup of rice matching with 2 cups of water, and then accordingly with the results you can vary it, and after some experience you will get good results, and you will get separate grains here. But if you want long grain, you need to use long grain basmati rice, not sela or some other regular rice. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any comments or questions, do put in. Thank you. I have put the cooked rice in some other grain to show you the actual results. So mal handling has broken some of the rice, but the others are long grain still. So it's very necessary. I want to show you this example. If you pick it up too quickly from the hot pot, it will break up. It's very fragile. So that is very important to understand here. Now I made a spring onion rice out of this, so you can convert it to any other rice that you want, but the handling should be really good. If you want it to use for fried rice, for example, this is not the best rice. It's good for biryani, but for example, if you want it to fried rice, you can cool it first in the fridge for 2-3 hours and then go ahead with it. Put some oil, and then that will give you one of the best results. You also have to make sure that the rice grain that you are using, it should be aged for almost 1 to 2 years. Then it will give you some good results. Otherwise, the parboiled rice and the other ones don't give you that good results that are fresh out from the field. Thank you. If you have any questions, do put in.